Hello, welcome to Mr. Paul's Pantry. I'm Mr. Paul and it's nice to be here with you all, and thank you very much for calling round. I hope you're all keeping well. And today we're turning back the clock a little. Well, a little. I'm turning it back 3 years because I get hundreds and hundreds of people every week in my inbox asking for this recipe. And it's a recipe that I've had on my YouTube site and my website for 3 years. I get fed up of writing back to people saying, this is the link, search the site, and I get lots and lots and lots of people saying, we can't find it, we don't know how to search the site. So for all those people who can't find it, can't do it, don't know how to do it, then here it is again. And it's a recipe for making the best tomato soup ever, with just 5 ingredients. It's really been a very popular video on my site all those 3 years and still is today. So here we are, we're going to go back in time and it's the best tomato soup revisited. Hello and welcome to Mr. Paul's Pantry. I'm Mr. Paul and today I'm going to show you how to make the best tomato soup ever with just 5 ingredients. Okay, let's do it. And here are the ingredients we've got. Now you might be wondering about these tomatoes to start with because I only have 2. But can I tell you a little story about them? These are from my neighbour Maria Carmen and Antonio, her husband, who've grown these, very kindly gave them to me, and between the 2 of them they actually weigh 1.5 kilos. Can't believe that, can you? 1.5 kilos. So that should make some lovely soup. Now the ingredients are tomatoes, 1 medium onion, 1 knob of butter. Why we call it a knob, I have no idea. Some chicken stock, 500 mils, and a bunch of fresh basil. Now these, I've just picked this in the garden and it's got a lot of flowers on it. I will take the flowers off. I will go around and snip the flowers off and just use the leaves and the stalks. Okay? Now I've peeled and chopped the onions, and what we need to do is soften them in the butter. Just like that. Nice and gently. We don't want them to brown, we just want them to soften. Okay? In the meantime, whilst the onions are softening, we need to cut up the tomatoes. Okay? These are really, oh, look at that inside, it's beautiful. Because they're very big, I'm just going to take that little core out there, because of course that will be quite tough. But they're so soft and juicy and absolutely smell just like they've come off the vine. It reminds me of in England when I used to grow tomatoes. You walk into the greenhouse of a morning and that beautiful smell actually hits you. Here of course they're all grown outdoors. So what we need to do is we don't need to cut them fancy because everything is going to be blitzed up. Okay? And what we'll do now is just finish them off like that. Now there are the tomatoes and they're going to be transferred into the pot here, which has already got the stock heated up. Okay. Now we're going to roughly chop the basil, just screw it up into a little bundle and just roughly chop it. It doesn't need to be chopped fine or fancy because, as I said before, it's all going to go into the blitzer, and there we are, that's going to go straight into the pot, followed by the onions. In goes the basil, followed by the softened onions, and of course any residual butter that's in there. Okay, and also we have half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoonfuls of sugar. In that goes. I'll give it a little mix up And we'll leave that to simmer now. Bring it to the boil, then turn it down to a simmer for about 30 minutes. Okay? Well, it's been simmering away now for about 30-35 minutes, and it's looking good. And I think we're going to have a little taste. Okay? Yeah, might need just a touch more salt. What we need to do now is we need to put it through the blender and get a nice, smooth, silky tomato sauce. Now, the longer you blend this, the smoother you'll have it, but we are going to put it through a sieve afterwards as well, okay? There we are. Right, so we need to pass this through a fine sieve, and what we'll do is we'll help it through with the back of a spoon. See, it's a nice, lovely consistency. Now, just keep going until we get that nicely through. So there we have it, the best tomato soup ever. If you enjoyed that, give it a like, share it with your friends on social media, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.